Welcome to TCS. This is our UK registered and UK supplied Porsche Boxster. It's a 1997 on a P. It's a 2.5 5-speed, one of the first Boxsters in the UK. So these, when they came out in 97, they were £4,000 over list price. I was actually at an American bank in the City of London running 400 cars. And we were buying these for £4,000 over list. All the owner had to do was to drive it straight from the dealer to us, and we wrote the cheque £4,000 above what they paid brand new. So these are a great car. These really do represent to me what a little Roadster Boxster would be. Great engine. So this one's 204 brake horsepower, flat 6 24 valve. Mid-engine Roadster. This one's Arctic Silver metallic with a black soft top and Boxster Red leather, which is a really nice retro combination. Just 62,500 miles. So tech specs, they're 204 PS, which is actually 201 brake horsepower, 180 pound-foot torque, 0 to 60 6.7 seconds. They average 29 miles per gallon, although I must admit I've checked this one and it was just over 30. Top speed 149, which sounds very impressive, that's true. And only 1,250 kilograms, which nowadays that's very light. So base price on these was 33,950 plus on the road costs. This one was 41,280 on the road because it has metallic paint, full leather, 17-inch turbines, a wind deflector, cruise control, climate control, a lux pack, wheel centre crests, a radio cassette, the original one still in the car, a green top tint windscreen. The lux pack itself gives you 17-inch turbine wheels, climate control, the centre console, onboard computer, and the extra luggage pocket behind the or in front of the engine cover inside the car. This one would have been serviced July 22 at 62.5. The air conditioning is ice cold thanks to our friends at Intercool, who have replaced the front condensers, the dryer, and recharged the aircon, and it is absolutely ice cold. So that's all sorted. We've got a clear HPI and experience checks, both the remote keys, full book pack. It's a non-smoker car. The cigarette lighter's never been used. We've got a service booklet which is stamped up. We've got lots of service and maintenance receipts. We've got an MOT file, expired MOTs. We've got the original bill of sale from Porsche. You're going to ask about the IMS bearing. So the IMS problem really was apparent in the year 2000 onwards. The early 2.5 Boxsters didn't suffer. This car is now 25 years old. If the IMS bearing hasn't gone now, it won't go. It only affected around 3 to 5% of vehicles anyway. So I wouldn't worry too much about your IMS. That's also a reason for us to put warranty on the car to protect you and us. So you've got part electric seats, 5-speed manual transmission, the original radio from the factory, 4-spoke steering wheel, which the early ones had. Boxsters are mid-engine, so you can't see the engine. That's actually behind here. And to change the poly belt, you take out this cover here, and that's the front of the engine where you can change the poly belt, originally known as a fan belt. Mileage now 62,641. So the rear boot is not too tall but nice and wide, and incorporates oil dipstick, the oil filler, and the coolant tank and the coolant cap. Still got the original Mobil 1 sticker on there. And the front boot, which is very deep but not as wide, houses the space saver spare wheel. You've got an oil top up there, 1 litre Porsche oil top up. Toolkit in the bag, everything's there. Inside here is the locking wheel bolt tool, the warning triangle, and behind the wheel, when you take the wheel off, is the jack and brace for changing the wheel. It's got a fairly new battery inside, which is in there. A lot of people ask to see this sticker, which is the factory spec. So, chassis number there. That's the type of vehicle, 986 Boxster. First code there is C16, which means it's a UK spec car. The other are the option codes for the other options like climate and cruise control. The colour is the L92U, which is Artic Silver metallic, and MA is Boxster Red leather. There's your tyre pressures on that one. Right, let's start her up. Get the hood down. So the hood's in impeccable condition actually. The rear window has been replaced recently. They eventually they will get a bit brittle, the plastic, and go a bit frosty, but this one has been changed and I've done a very, very good job of it. Stitching works excellent. Let's start her up. The air conditioning coming through, nothing cold there. So, with the handbrake on, push the button, pull the release back, button on the dash, push that one. Now with these early Boxsters, once the hood is halfway, just jump out very quickly and give it the Boxster chop, which means just making sure that that rear window's flat, especially in the winter. It's very warm today, it's not so bad, but once you've done the Boxster chop, that will ensure you're not going to get a problem eventually with the rear window cracking from the fold being vertical instead of horizontal. So that's the roof down. Standard exhaust on this car. The car's completely standard. So check the exhaust. So there's no blue smoke when you start her up, no rattles from any chains. She absolutely runs like a dream. Engine oil's very, very clean. Seems to have been very well maintained. There we have one of the first Boxsters, 1997. This one was registered on a P and 62,500 miles. Great service history, great condition. The shell of this car, the actual skeleton, is galvanised, which helps these to stay away from the rust. Front and rear bumpers are plastic. There's a lot of aluminium and plastic on these cars as well to get the weight down. But the reason why there's so many on the road, purely because they were galvanised, that helped them to retain their great structure. Don't have to weld them like some of these other Japanese Roadsters, which rot out, especially the seals. So there we go. That's Artic Silver, Boxster Red leather, 1997 on a P. Great condition. Fantastic ice cold air conditioning, good light clutch, nice gear change, really good example. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.